Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. This is what we call future collectibles. Think about this for a second. This car here, there's almost 31,000 of these Firebirds built. This is believed to be the lowest mileage Firebird Trans Am convertible in the world. Not to mention, in this color combination and transmission, things like that, it's one of only 10 built. So if you take this car to a show, it's pretty much a 99% chance you'll never see another one like it. And when they're low mileage like this, an original, they're only like this one time. And so if you look down the road like 69 Camaros and some of the older cars like that, those cars there that are original, low mileage, okay, unmolested, those cars bring huge money. And that's why this car here could be a significant investment. I can't even say significant, but significant investment, all right, now. So this is the time to get this car before it becomes really, really expensive. So I'm gonna take a minute, walk around the car. We're gonna look at an original car. So there's not a lot for me to talk to about restoration and time spent and things like that. The only thing we can really talk about is how well somebody took care of this car. And that's the part you should be looking for. So for instance, like original bumpers, okay, original trim. Those are the kinds of things that dry out when they're not kept in climate controlled storage the proper way. These things shrink over time and you get some of the ugliness of that, all right? The original Goodyear Eagle tires that are on the car, all right? This has air in the tires from 1996. That is cool. We could sample it. I could tell you what the air was like, you know, quite some time ago, and it was really actually very nice and fresh. Thank you so much. Anyway, so the shine, believe it or not, I know that GM gets a bad rap sometimes because of the cars that they build, but I've driven this car, and this car looks spectacular going down the road. The colors are great, and I run down the list of things that it has on it. For instance, the 5.7, the LT1 V8. It makes great power. I mean, it'll chirp second gear, and I believe it'll chirp third. I don't know, I just read that online. I couldn't possibly know anything like that because I usually drive in the right-hand lane, 55, flashers on, you see me, you know what I'm talking about, right? Four-wheel disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, right? Positive traction. It's loaded up with stuff like power top and power windows and all that stuff. So we'll get into the interior and stuff like that as we go around. Anyway, dark aqua metallic paint is a great looking color. Throw in the white interior and it's even more spectacular because this car here with black interior, although it looks nice, the white interior looks 50%, that makes for 50% better looking car, all right? So we'll walk around, we'll look at some of the things that are all kind of original, and we look at the panel fit and finish. Remember, this is 2016 that we're doing this video. It's a 20-year-old car, man. In most states, it qualifies for historic, right? And it has 8,000 original miles on it, which is just cool to me that somebody could take over a car so well like this and we'll be able to pass it on to somebody like you. All right, so keep walking around for a little bit. We'll look at some of the style, all right? Circa definitely Trans Am, Pontiac stuff. Come on back here and I'll show you why. So almost these cars have a rear wing, all right? And then they get the blacked out tail panel like this, all right? And they get what they're called a diffuser, very import, very European type piece. And you get the quad tip exhaust coming out the back. This is a good look. It's still timely. It's held up for style, I think, over time. And as you roll on down the road, people still love to give you thumbs up in these cars because they remember them so well. All right. So we've looked at the style of the car. How about we check out under the hood and see some of the originality there? All right. So come on in here and let's take a peek at this because you're going to want to take this to a car show. The reason why you're going to want to do that is because when people find out this has 8,000 original miles, it's going to draw a huge crowd. So come on up in here and see. So part of the cool thing about this is we haven't done anything. We didn't even put any engine dressing on here. So the original hoses are here. The original decals are in the spots that they're supposed to be. A lot of these decals you can't even buy, which makes this car even more rare. The only thing changed under the hood is the batteries because they typically don't survive for 20 years, all right? You're not gonna get dinged for that. You wouldn't get dinged for brake pads and you wouldn't get dinged for tires if you're taking this to a national show. But a national show, this car is probably what they're going to use to restore these cars 20 years from now. So when these cars are older and they've rusted and there's time to rebuild them and make them new again, they're going to use this as the guide to take it to that level, right? It's pretty cool that you would own this car, all right? 5.7 liters, plenty of juice under the hood. Don't be thinking that this is low horsepower, smog to V8. This car flies. It sounds great. Not to mention, it's a very luxurious car too inside. And when we go inside there, you go, wow, I had no idea that they were this nice inside. And that's what we're gonna go find out. All right, so let's check this out here. All right, this is, I know this is so, I get so excited about a trunk, but just come here and see how original everything is in here. Down to the original piece of extra carpet that goes here that covers where the shocks go, so you're gonna bolt those, all right? This has the well. Here's the factory radio still in the car, all right, which is why you want to keep this stuff. We can put that back in if you want and take the other radio out and put that in the trunk. That way the car is totally original, or you can leave it there and you'll be fine, all right? But again, nice room in here. It also has a boot that goes on top of the convertible there, and we also have the bags for that. I just put them over there for a second, just to get them out of the way, and that comes with the car as well, all right? Hey, before we jump to the front seat, what I wanted to show you is this. This is what makes these cars great. First off, we're talking lots of power and they sound great, especially with the wind blowing through your hair. With this car will require some high-speed gel. It's going to change your life a little bit. Low-speed gel versus high-speed gel can be a very different product. You'll need to learn how to use that. That's another video. We'll talk about that later. But what I wanted to say was this seat is slid all the way back. There's still some room back in here. We can certainly make an adjustment, and anybody, including myself at 6'1", can sit back in this car and go for a ride. So it's a great car for if you have kids, another couple you want to go out to dinner in. This is really a lot of fun. So anyway, let's get inside and we'll check this out. All right. Okay, so we got some nice luxury stuff like tilt wheel. All right, so check out the display here. 150 mile an hour speedometer, 7,000 RPM tach, full gauges all the way there. Again, we have the stock radio in the trunk if you want to have that. Air conditioning. This has lumbar seats. You can hear the compressor run. They work great because these sport seats move. All right. Power windows, power locks, power mirrors, stereo on the steering wheel right here. Just a really, really nicely done car. It makes for a great cruising car as well. Because again, you're talking about almost 300 horsepower, and this car does not weigh a lot. It doesn't weigh as much as today's modern Camaro, and it's pretty quick. You'd be very surprised. All right, so here is it. White interior, what's not to like? Tons of options, tons of features, and more importantly, spectacular condition. All of this leather is original. This has the original floor mats. Here they are from 1996. Original dash, visors, all this stuff is all original. Even the little stickers here that say airbag, see other side. And again, you're talking about a car with modern safety features too. Dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, four-wheel disc brakes, a lot of great safety features in there, and showing 8,194 original miles. So that's pretty cool when you think about it. All right, so as we close up this video, we're talking about the originality. We're talking about the original paint on the car, the original tires on the car, air from 1996 inside the car. These are all the things that were relayed for me from the original owner of the vehicle. And again, being one of 31,000 built, so one of 10, they built 10 in this combination, 10 of them, that's it. 10 of them out of almost 31,000 Trans Ams built. That's a pretty nice number to know that you've got the lowest mileage one in the world, all right? We talked about how many options and features there are, and then to back all this up and seal the whole thing so that you know you're getting a really great car is the documentation that comes with it, which is even more spectacular. I personally not sure I could take care of a car for 20 years like the person did on this car here. I mean, they have the original window sticker and owner's manuals, 2 sets of keys, like all the original factory stuff that came with the car, and they kept the condition so beautiful. It's an awesome, awesome piece, and it's not ridiculously priced. So I tell you, if you can find a way to get this in your garage, you need to. Call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this 96 Trans Am convertible.